Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye coming to you once again every Saturday on time to share with you what the Creator has blessed me with in honor of the ancestors. So today's topic is very deep, like all the rest. But this topic here is for the deep divers and the deep rooted people. And if you're not, prayerfully, you will be after um, the discussion of this great topic. Um, and the topic for today, family, is what is an illusion? Now, put your thinking caps on. Use your God given senses, because everything that exists has its reason, and we must know its reason and we must know its purpose. So today, once again, an illusion. What is an illusion? An illusion is that which is likely to be wrongly perceived or interpreted by your senses. And an example of that is deception of an appearance, or deception of an impression, or a false beliefs, or false ideas. But the true meaning of illusion is something that is received by producing a misleading or a false impression of reality. Misleading or false impression of reality. Wow, let's think about that. Put your thinking caps on, warriors, family, because we're going to go and do some deep diving right now. And I'd like to share with you, first and foremost, this world has many illusions, many. And we are operating under that spell. And I'm going to share with you some of the evidence of that. But right now, I want to share with you a category of illusions, which is optical illusions. Now, I'm going to share with you 3 optical illusions. The first optical illusion is literal. Literal means use your senses. The second one is physiological, which is your biology. The third one is cognitive illusion, and that is mental. And all 3 of them are connected. They have the same thread. And what I mean by that is the deception of the image of that is given to the brain. It really doesn't make sense. The perception that is given to the brain, the image that is given to the brain, it really doesn't make sense. Those are the optical illusions. Those are just a few of the illusions that exist in this world. That's why it says be in this world, but not of it. We have to rise above this world. And that's when you're in a heavenly state. But right now, they said that when you die, you go to heaven and hell, or hell. Well, we're already in hell. Trust me. But the key is to develop a heaven while you're in this hell. Because heaven and hell is a state of mind, a state of being, and a state of existence. Nobody has never passed and came back and told us nothing. We have to really connect with the spiritual ancestors who were blessed with the blueprint of life by our Creator to lead, guide, direct, and protect us along the way. So if you ever have a problem or situation, call on the spiritual ancestors. But we must also keep in mind that we here right now on this earth are the ancestors having a spirit of having a human experience. Remember that we are the ancestors. This body goes back to the earth, but our spirits and our minds, it transforms. You can't destroy energy, it just transforms. So I would like to give you some differences here. The difference between illusions and reality. Reality is those things that are real or actual. Real or actual. Illusions is a mental misinterpretation of those things that are believed to be real. A mental misinterpretation of those things, that those images that are given to your brain that seems to be real. Now, illusions often prevent people from facing reality or perceiving reality or obtaining truths, which can actually cause you to be delusion, which can cause delusion. And as a result, it can be very tragic. It can either cause you to suffer, to kill, or be killed. So we have to be careful, family, that we wake up before it's too late. And you can see the results of our illusionary state by the results, by the effects that are happening to us right here, right now. Look at our youth. They hate themselves and hate each other to the point where they will kill each other in a minute and for no reason whatsoever. This thing is real. Illusions and reality. Reality is those things that are real and actual. But illusions is those images that are given to the brain that seems to be real, but they're not. So they are mental misinterpretations. And we must understand that. So let me give you another difference here. Hallucination versus illusions. And hallucination is a state of mind that you have no connection whatsoever with reality, no connection with the physical stimuli. You're just floating through life, not recognizing anything whatsoever. It's just like an empty mind, an empty shell, and you just existing. But illusions occurs when something seems to be different, but it's not. It seems to be different, but it's not. So we're under this spell here, and it was done intentionally by the enemy. And we have to be careful with these love your enemy as you love yourself. You got to be out of your mind You got to be delusionary. You got to be delusionary, family. My camera shifted there, but it's all good. You know, we have to make sure that we operate under reality. Reality, and our reality is that we are the original people. We are the chosen people. We are the first people. And everybody else came later. But now we're under the spell and control of the ones who came later. What happened? Something happened. And what happened is our minds shifted. Our reality shifted. Why? Because they tampered with our souls. Keep in mind that the soul contains your essence. It contains your ability to think, your ability to reason, your emotions, your feelings, your character, your perception. That's why they call us soul people, because they understand that we are the real deal. But because our souls were tampered with by the enemy, by the devil, then we turn into something else. And now we are self-haters. But before you can turn this thing around, you must understand where you are and what happened to you. How do you know where you are if you don't know where you came from? And you damn sure don't know where you're going if you don't know where you are. Family, some of us have some serious answers. But most of us are hated. And some of us are too familiar with each other that we feel that no, that person can't be a child of God. That person can't know what they're talking about. That's another deception. That's another illusion. We're under a hypnotic state right now, but we must snap out of it before it's too late. Like I said, you can create a delusionary kind of mind when you're hypnotized. And you can cause harm to yourself and your brothers and sisters. Now, they done knocked us down so low, they gave us these. I know a lot of people are not going to like this, but hey, it is what it is. They have many, many commandments. The Mayats, they advance commandments, but they give us honor thy mother and thy father. What? Honor thy mother and thy father? Man, we learned that when we was little. You do something wrong, and from that point on, you will honor them, because they'll put the fear of the Lord in you quickly, and you'll never forget. And then they say, love your brother. Love your brother? Man, come on. That's for elementary people. Love your neighbor. You know, and all of this kind of stuff. Those 10 commandments are the most elementary ones. You start off with that. But one thing about these pimps in the pulpit and all of these other so-called religious scholars, they keep us locked in the first grade. Over and over again, year after year, it's the same talk, the same words, the same whatever, stories. Like we some kind of retards. When are we going to move beyond that? That's why our youth are not interested in going in these buildings, because of the pimps in the pulpit. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Hebrew Israelite, Buddhist, whatever. All religion, family, is man-made. But yet they've said, follow no man. What kind of contradiction is that? We think uh, uh, the children eating Rebs and all of them, the death eating leaders are going to tell us the truth. And what I mean by death eating, that means that when you kill something, you bury it in the ground. You don't bury it in the pits of your stomach. How can death promote life? That's common sense. But common sense is not common anymore because they got us under this illusion. We have to wake up to save our future. And because we won't wake up, family, our children are being punished. And we keep blaming them. That is no good. We should stop doing that. The children didn't come here like that. They developed into that. And so we have to own up to that. There is such thing as redemption. And we must redeem ourselves before it's too late. And the enemy is counting on us to stay in this illusionary state, this hypnotic state, this illusionary, hallucination state of mind. It's like that we're just out of it. And anything that's other than a lie, we want to fight it. This is how we've been programmed. 500 years is 25 generations. It's the one that any of us can think. We have to wake up and wake up fast. Look at what's happening in this world right now. This is the first time that all leaders around the world are agreeing on something. And this is all about these diseases that's going around. They want to shoot everybody up. Talking about get the drugs, and put the drugs in people's arms. That's what they be saying. These drugs need to be in their arms. Nah. What happened to God? What happened to our ancestors? A drug only weakens your system. If I have an immune system problem and I put in something foreign and it's a chemical, does that strengthen me? It makes no sense. It only breaks you down more. They'll give you a false sense of security. That's what illusions is all about. Illusion is you looking at reality, looking at something different than reality. You're feeling something different than reality. You're thinking something different than reality. You believe in something different than reality. We got to be real. And to be real means that you have a state of mind of facing reality. Illusions is something that we see the thing, but we look at it as different than the reality. And when you're hallucinating, you're just out of it. Have you seen people just walking down the street, have no sense of reality, none whatsoever? It's almost like they have an empty shell up here. We have to not allow their sufferings to be in vain. Somebody got to learn from it. But only the wise man learns from any and everything. Even if it don't be like that. Because everything has its reason, and we must find out its reason. Don't get mad, learn. This is the world here. We got a lot of illusions, like I said before. So, illusions are by definition, they are mismatches between physical reality and your perception. Physical reality and perception. And a lot of people go on perception. And our perception is based on our experiences, what we've been told, what we've been taught, what we have experienced. But then let me give you an example of mixed matches between physical reality and perception. This word that we call love. Mm. Love everybody. God loves everybody. I don't think so. And I don't even feel that it's necessary to love everybody. It's love ye one another, those who believe as you believe. Those are my family. Those are my brothers and those are my sisters. Like-mindedness is power. But this thing, love, it has no. It's love is purely a subjective experience. It's nothing physical. It's a subjective experience. Because some people kill each other in the name of love. How about that? Are you aware of that? Or do you remember that? Or are you a part of that? Be true to yourself. Make it real and keep it real. We've been had, family, and we must snap out of this before it's too late. You see what's happening to our youth. Either you are the solution or you are the problem. It is what it is. So, an illusion can cause you to do what? An illusion can cause you to kill or be killed. An illusion can create tragedies that we will regret later. And that's why a lot of people are in prison thinking about what their illusions caused them to do. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that is incarcerated should be there, because just because you're this, they feel we should be there. Oh, he's there, so he must have done something. Not necessarily. Not necessarily did anything. The enemy will make you look like a fool in a minute, at any time. So we must man up. We must woman up. We must mind up. We must own up. Snap out of this hypnotic state. We're dealing with people who create illusions. Watch the right hand while he works the left hand. Or watch the left hand while he works the right hand. They create illusions every time. That's why this Corona-19 today is nothing but an illusion. Why? Because if I'm up here and the Corona-19 is down here, how in the world can it touch me? We talking energy here. Everything that exists has its own frequency, has its own vibration. Everything is energy. We must rise above this low-level energy. Love your brother and all of that kind of stuff there. Thou shalt not kill. Well, how can I transform if I don't kill? What do I mean by that? Kill the old me and bring in the new me. Isn't that what born again means? Get rid of your old self and be born anew. Transformation, transform from one level to another level. You have to lose your life to gain your life. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them school you. I'm here to not change the laws, but to fulfill them. But we must be careful how we navigate through this thing that we call life, because there's many illusions that we are under being in this world. And let me share something with you. The Mayas, the Mayans. The Mayans are basically in Mexico. I was in Mexico a couple years ago, and they were originally us. But when the conquistadors, these barbarians, these devils that came from Spain came over here and they like ran through west or the United States, western United States, down in the middle, the Central America, down in South America. All of them were originally us. The so-called Indians were originally us. There is no India over here, so it had to be us. So they were us. Christopher Columbus told that lie, that illusion, gave us that illusion. So all of us were stormed by the conquistadors, and what they did is they uprooted our culture, killed the brothers, the strong minds, and raped our women and created a new kind of people. And so what makes them new? They speak Spanish. Spanish people, speaking people don't even know, most of them don't know they were originally us. They want to disown themselves and us too. They want to disconnect because of their illusionary state that they were put in, and they're supporting it. Every generation gets better at it, so we get deeper and deeper in it. Not only do they speak Spanish, they're Catholic. Family, study to show yourself approval. You don't have to believe everything I say. Study and you'll see it even deeper. I'm just giving you pieces of the puzzle so that you can put it together and create a picture. Don't just look at one piece and judge the whole thing out of one piece. Bring all the pieces together. Don't allow people to bring you one or two pieces. No, tell them to bring the whole thing. And therefore you can see the picture very, very clear. Don't let them school you. Don't let them fool you. So the Mayans, they are very spiritual. When I went down there, when I went to Mexico, I went to Coba, and Coba is where the pyramids are, and there are indications that we, as the original people, were there first. See, everywhere you go, you see evidence of us, and that others took us over, made us something else. They got us under this spell. Even over here, they got more spiritual evidence that we were always here already. We under this illusion that they brought us over here. Yeah, they brought a handful over here, but we are already here. Those so-called Indians were us. It is what it is. You know, we were everywhere. So let me ask you this question. If things are changing, are those things real? If I was crazy yesterday and I'm spiritual and I got my balance today, was my craziness real? Everything that exists is moving. And if it's moving, it's changing. So, is it real? Ask yourself. So, we create our own reality. And we create our own reality based on our perception. And it can be crazy. It can be deep. So we need, as a result of that, what we need to do is to honor our ancestors, honor our Creator who blessed us with the ancestors. See, we have this crazy kind of stuff that they be giving us, and one of them is, see, my mind is going now. See, they said that is the chicken or the egg first. Which one? And my thing is, how in the hell can it be an egg if it wasn't if there's no chicken? How can there be a child if there's no parents? God made everything, and the egg came from that. The children came from that. Stop fooling yourself. I don't know which one's first. Let me see. The chicken or the egg? Man, wake up. How can there be an egg if there's no chicken? It only makes sense. Don't let them turn your senses around and you end up something else. We are the original man. We came from Adam. Now, was Adam really a person or was Adam a mindset? We can be what we want to be if you believe it. We can transform into any and everything because God gave us that power. That's why God's people speak with power, they believe with power, they act with power. Everything they do, it represents power. Why? Because they are power. Just be, and you are. So, let us use our imagination to create our reality. And your imagination is what creates your perception. It creates your behavior, your thinking, your hopes, your dreams. So be careful what you imagine. Let's imagine us as we really are, a child of God. What did Jesus say? When you see me, when you believe as I believe, you're my brother, my Father in heaven is your Father. Things I do, greater things you can do. Do they teach that in these buildings? Do the pimps in the pulpit tell us that, or they want to get us stuck in the first grade so they can control us? I know they don't want to hear that. I don't care what they want to hear. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to help turn this thing around. Because I'm about the team effort. It's not about me anymore. It's about the team. The heavenly team, the ancestors. So when you see me, you see the ancestors in its fullness. So the law of karma, cause and effect. Look at us now, and that came from a cause. And the cause is the illusion, your perception, which is very personal, but your perception is based on, your reality. So let's imagine us as the children of God, the real deal. Family, I pray that what I shared with you today will motivate you, inspire you, and encourage you to pursue our reality and what has been done to us. We have been flipped upside down, inside out. And somebody have to stand up. The warriors have to come to the forefront now. Those who are emotional on the side, God can't use emotional people. Those emotional people get you killed. We have to be under control, discipline. We got to first know who we are and whose we are, and then we can take it from there. And also remember, there is no reparations unless we come under the same umbrella. That's how everybody else got theirs. Common unity is the key to it all. Family, I love you. I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Always remember to stay strong and keep your faith where it belongs. Do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold. But you have to have a sharp discerning spirit to know the difference so you won't be using emotions. Keep your head towards the universe where all strength comes from, and never give up and never give in no matter how things seem, because everything is, always was, and always will be in divine order. God don't make no mistakes, but we do. But when you learn from your mistakes, it's all good. So keep on growing and keep on learning. You can't go wrong. And learning can be painful. No pain, no gain. But guess what? When you get on the other side of that pain, you can't beat the blessing. So give it a chance. Be patient with yourself. Be humble and grateful. And life is yours. Keep your lights on and keep them bright at all times. Peace, Baraka, and Hotep. Family, we are one with the one I am. Love with respect. Dr. Sadiki.